yeah, it's pretty ironic to be able to do that. Look, I am not the one who pretends to know how it works. I am no way close from knowing how it works. And when I started to really let Onyx take charge of the security, saying it that way, when I let her completely taking charge of the security inside the loft, um, I think I got way better at handling all of this. Episode 30. We could say that it's probably a month, depending on if it's 30 days or 31 day into Revin's diary, Unfiltered to Survive. Not exactly the full title in that direction. But anyway, this is still today a day of full boredom. Tiny bit better of focus or concentration, but it's really like going nowhere. I would have spent the whole day of napping. How Onyx is adapting into this new environment of the jungle. How is it going? Doing the day, doing the night, the eating, yeah, the routine, everything. And I would say that it seems to finally getting into place. It seemed that the jungle and I, and I would probably say more than an I than Onyx, we finally got used to each other. But let's be frank, it's probably more me getting used to the jungle, and my vibration and energy has changed and to reflect more the jungle. Remember at the beginning, my encounter, the first or second day that we moved in here, and there was a small tarantula in the loft at night that she really, um, s- the tarantula really told me, in all honesty, from her heart, that she was so excited for me to be here with Onyx that she just came by and say hello, which I know sounds extremely like cuckoo by saying it this way, but it's actually what happened here. It was more an introduction, but obviously for me it was more like, whoa, that was a bit a lot, but I understand. And I think the way that it happened, to have seen all this huge wave of black ants like rushing through. So there's still no footage about that because it happened the weekend that I came before moving in here, and I didn't have anything to record at the time. When it will happen, because it is periodic, I think, make sure that I will gonna film, because it is very impressive to see all the spiders, obviously the scorpions, to see it everywhere, to have the encounter with the snake and the lightning and the energy. And it was a lot, but it was a lot like, it really felt like welcome, but like overpowering overly. This is how I felt. This is how it felt for me. I remember at the time that I think I did that probably the 2, 3, or 4th first days. Um, in case I didn't do it properly, in case it wasn't done enough, of introducing myself and Onyx to the jungle and to Gaia, but to ask permission to be here, to ask to be welcome. And as much as I respect them, for them to respect myself as well, to respect us. And that's why I said that it's not that, yes, we got along, but it's obviously more me than the jungle. I know that it sounds like, yeah, we're best friend now. It's we're good, but it's still a learning curve. Obviously, it's not. For me, I'm still adapting, but it's getting way easier and way better. It's more the energy of the jungle now to be able to take in and because it does work of deepening the introspection work for me. So yeah, it's a different thing. I think that it started to get better with two different things. The first one was, and I really put a lot into it, like, because I can see that happening day after day, or more like night after night. The mixture that I have created, and I'm still using so around the door frame and the window sill, a bit of water, white vinegar, lemongrass. I got inside a bit of peppermint and sweet orange essential oils. I really see every day a difference in the amount or the presence of scorpions inside the loft. And it's not that it was a lot at the beginning, but when you're not used to it, it's a lot. Because of that time, so which is the second element, I I can say that I was a bit freaking out for Onyx as well, because she has her hunter instinct, and she's going after anything that she saws that she's moving, and she wants to catch it. And I never know what makes the choice, the decision for her, that one of the prey will be something that she wants to eat, or that it's just she's gonna kill, or it's does she feel like some has some more, I don't like to say dark energy, but like more dangerous, like to be just like I use the word, to be cautious with them. At the same time that I started to flip my mind with the I am fearless, but I am cautious, like to really feel and embody that difference. I started to let go of the freaking out for the safety of Onyx. I could see, in the morning, there was a dead scorpion here or there. So it was like, well, it didn't die by itself, like a heart attack or whatever. They are hard to kill. So she did it. I had to learn to trust, and I had to give her that card of protection. That she's not just my personal energy protector, which she is still, obviously, but she is as well with those wildlife insects. Doesn't mean that I'm not freaking out anymore. Um, I would say that not as much or barely with scorpions, a bit more with spiders. We barely have any. It would be wiser to look for them and to know exactly how much um, risk is with that spider or that one. I can totally see that this is not responsible anyway for me. It asking too much for me. It's like activating the fear way too much. I heard this is the way that I should do it for myself, to acclimate myself to this new environment and those lives around me. The moment that I learned and I embodied easily to just be cautious, but to be fearless, and to really let Onyx take charge when I am in the loft with her, because she really detects and she really feels and she really sees anything, and she goes immediately with. So it's not like I, wash my hands and I don't care of what she's doing. If I really see her like rushing through the other side of the room, I'm gonna have a look, because I still want to know what that is. But depending on what I see, it's like, okay, so deep breath. I have to let go. I have to let her handle it, to take care of the situation. And she's taking care of the situation perfectly well. And that helped a lot. It helped a lot with the sleeping as well, of not thinking about something coming in, onto the bed or inside. It's just because with the energy of the universe, of the Lord in the universe, if again your focus is to go into the, oh, I hope they're not coming into my bed. Oh, I hope that they are not this. Oh, I hope that. So I'm going to attract that because I think about that all the time. I chose to really be more backward and to not having my focus on it. So to not attract, to not create this. And when I started to really let Onyx take charge of the security, saying it that way, when I let her completely taking charge of the security inside the loft, um, I think I got way better at handling all of this. I think the other aspect that I worked out, but it was the first time last night, so we'll have to recreate it to see really how it goes. Since the beginning that I came, um, it was first reason number one, having a fan being turned on the whole night to have some to feel some air, not that it's stuffy or hot inside where I am in the loft, but I think it was a psychological thing of feeling some air coming in, kind of a reassurance of a safety comfort feeling. And because I tried once to not put it, and I think I don't know, I left it a few minutes in the night and I put it back on because of the no noise. And it's really the other part of being acclimated is with the silence. And at the same time, it's not silence either. There are some noises. And having the fan turning on, it's feeling the space, the void of noises. I always feel more about energy and in nature than maybe than others. So it's really calm down. It's okay. It's okay. It's a part that I still have to work on. Working on other parts. So I do not use as much the light language to get brave at going into the outdoor toilets and showers. I still stay away when the sun sets down. I'm not there yet. It's still a work in progress. And this is it's taking longer for me just because I think that I mentioned, I don't remember in which episode, that I always has been terrified about darkness. When you can feel as an empath the energies, not just human energies, but the energies in general. So it is really heightened and it's really not helping. For using the light language song when I'm getting there during the day, it's first to really make sure that whatever wildlife is setting still in this area, they're really gonna hear me. Just because sometimes you don't really hear walking on the small stones on the path. Depending on where they might be, they might not feel as much the vibration uh, of me if I stay with me, of me, walking down. So it's just an extra layer of signaling that, hey, I'm coming. I don't know exactly what I'm saying, but I know I can feel, I can sense that it's I would say that the reverberation of the frequency, the word that I'm using, it's more like for me the reverberation like the courage of bravery thing, and it's more like it's expressing to nature, to the jungle, to the species, to be nice, to be gentle, to be kind, that I am friendly and I am learning to be part, to be a guest, to be appreciating of being a guest, but of keeping distances. It's this is what I feel that I say most of the time, but I'm gonna do my best at filming more to show the panther when she's leaving the loft to go to the kitchen building, that obviously she wants to walk now the path, which anyway was the goal and is still the goal. I'm still cautious when the dogs are around, but the majority of the time she's good and she really wants to get out. She really has the curiosity to, with all of the energies and all of the buzz of the life, to go and to explore. But oh man, she's so cute, like, walking, exploring the path that she perfectly knows by heart. She got quicker adapted to the jungle. She has to get used to the fact that she doesn't have any food around, just like before. Whether it was at Playa or it was back in Canada, there was always the dry food under one form or another that was always available in limited quantity, like, like a bowl, and you have to make the bowl rolling for the dry food to get out of the holes. That was the beginning when I got her in Canada, because um she was devouring. She was a vacuum with dry food, so I had to restrain that. And I played that comment. It wasn't a problem anymore, so I could leave some food, and I was lucky enough that I never had any ants problem. But here, I will not take a chance at all. So all the food is in the kitchen, hence that she has to get out or I take her out. It's a good thing at the same time that lately I am taken aback with all this tiredness, more this boredom, and I'm napping. And I'm napping with her. Obviously, she enjoy it way more compared to before. The thing that I mentioned that in previous episodes, she usually doesn't really stay you know, like napping and staying with me, and especially clothes or in the bed. But she does that more since we are here. Not all the time, not as much as I would like, but she does. There's definitely a difference for that. It's still a work in progress for me at getting used to the energy of the jungle. It is a very high level of energy, and I can see, because I experience it, with the connection with the weather as well, and with planetary alignment as well. I have to say that I am still super happy when I can focus, when my brain can focus on working on the plant medicinal database and the mapping to do in the garden over there and kind of the garden over here, not exactly, but sort of, to really gather all the information and making it accessible. So when I can have some focus with my brain, it's moving forward. But for the past 2 days, it's just like 2 or 3 hours max in the day, in the early morning, that the brain is focusing on it. Other than that, there is no focus, so it's not moving forward. But I take it as, that's how it has to be. I have started an experiment at keeping a celery root that was bought, obviously. And, I put in some water and see if there is any roots that are going to come up. There are already a bit of uh, leafy green getting out in the center. And I finally found, after I think it's been a week at least that I was looking for it everywhere, where are gardening tools. That would be very much useful. So I don't know if there is more than that, but at least there is a tiny bit that I finally saw this morning. At some point, I would like to put my celery roots into the soil and see if it can come up. I am aware that we are not in the season to plant anything, not to sound too, I don't know, pretentious or shabby or whatever you want to call it. But just like all of the work, the creation that I did with essential oils and carrier oils, creating a product or balms or mixture to help was at least, yeah, way beyond 50% was with connection, with downloads. And I can hear, with all other search that I'm doing to prepare this plant medicinal database, the information, of when it's the time during the year to harvest, to plant, to grow, to cut, blah, 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 all of this. I can hear that there is a good chunk that is usable, but I hear at the same time that you're going to have to go with what we are telling you to do. And I really hear well, you're going to put in the ground the celery when we're going to tell you, and we'll see how it's working. If I stick with whatever amount of percentage is to when to plant food, there's going to be a period in August, September, mid-September, October, where we could eventually plant some specific ones before really winter. And so I would like to get ready and to pick up just a little bit to see how it goes and to see for the irrigation as well, because at the moment it's not connected anymore, the water there, going there and then keeping in irrigation. So yes, this is something that I need to think about that. Again, with the lemongrass, I know that it's not the time, but I have that download that Cole said that it's okay. You can take some and you can use it. Because especially one that I want to use, the lemongrass, is really to infuse it for the wildlife repellent. Last night, I hope that it's gonna be visible. I filmed a tiny bit when I shut down the lights. I don't know why I felt something energetically. So I opened my eyes and I see the first time ever in my life of fireflies flying above me. Of fireflies. It's like a tiny bulb flying all around you. It's fascinating. Between seeing one outside in nature, it's one thing that I don't think that I've ever experienced that. I experienced once a firefly when I was in the kitchen, and one of the fireflies came actually twice, back to back, to evening when it was dark, but it was like touching the screen, and the fireflies was next to it. But that, it's like, no, it's inside the loft, and it's really like flying, and it stayed, I don't know how long. And I was looking at it. It was fascinating. I don't know how much you will be able to see. You're going to have to really to look very tiny. But oh my goodness. And see, I forgot. I said that I wanted to look online the meaning of it. Because come on, how many times in your life you have experienced having a fireflies inside your house? Not, stuck to the screen or a corner. It's like, no. It's like it's flying. And it's, oh my God, it was so cool and amazing. Yeah. So there are stuff like this that are happening. And I really feel the healing energy, the healing from the city, a different kind of healing, a deeper one. And maybe that's part of letting go, different way of surrendering, of not doing anything, learning in progress. That's what matters for everything in life. And I know that it's something that you are experiencing it as well. Sharing about this experience, this very particular experience of being in the Mexican jungle while I am profoundly changing my life, while being paperless, no job, no money, of really not knowing anything. It can be an unsettling experience, unsettling state of being. Some days, even myself, I don't feel sometimes like Today it was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to film anything because I don't know what to talk really about or to show. It's not like I said it's there's nothing much happening every day around here. And even for myself, rambling about the same thing over and over. Uh, well, for me, it's not boring because it's part of the transformation about the healing, but it's useful when I can bring, something that is um, useful to you. So, that's why hitting the subscribe button for helping me to reach the 200 subscribers, which is so close. That's why I need so much your help to make that happen because I cannot do that. To like the videos and to share with others. But I would say to leave comments, to share if you had experienced anything like this, whether it is the transformation, whether it is that somehow, because obviously my journey is my own, and whether it can be similar, what you may have experienced or that you are experiencing, it is completely different because of the contracts that we have taken and many other reasons. It would be so much comforting to know that somebody else, despite their best effort at doing, at trying, at searching, it's like they have seen everything going down the drain of having no job, of not being able to have one, to make things happen, of not having any money or barely money coming in, of yes, different forms of abundance of coming to complete. I know that I am supported and I am provided in many different forms. And the biggest one to really let go is the money one, the financial one, because it is so much more easy to know that you have money, even if it's a little bit coming in, that you know that something is coming in. And especially here in Mexico, that uh, the change with whatever currency is, it makes it way more easy to make it possible. It is a huge surrender. But like I said, it's different for everyone because of the contracts, because of their background, because of how they're capable of handling or not handling, what they're supposed to heal, to learn, to understand, blah, 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 all of this. That's why I said that each journey is personal, is custom made to someone. But to know, to read in the comments that someone else has experienced that or is experiencing it, it makes it less alone. In a few episodes back, I talk about the difference of being alone and lonely. And this is a way of feeling not alone in this path, even if I am experiencing it, that's for sure. And even if I am always, whether that I am properly mentioning it, to be able to receive some help or some support one way or another, so it can work, so I can move forward on the healing journey and on making it work financially, because nonetheless there is still in this world some stuff that money is required to read, to see, and to know that I am not alone, or that for you to read in the comments or to see through my videos that, oh, okay, well, it's not just me then, there is at least someone else. That made such a difference, such a difference. So that's pretty much it. After 30 days of documenting every day this journey and this change, first, it's not finished. It's going to keep moving. And there's still going to be some days where it's more interested. There is more stuff to share, more stuff to learn, no matter the area. That could be to learn about life in the jungle. It could be for me to see how I am able to cut down the bananas. Well, I've never done anything like this. I said that I'm not a green thumb, so it's drastically different. Learning about, the spiritual journey of healing, of transforming, of becoming closer from my true self, of who I really am, embracing. We have the internet to learn from others, to learn with others, to share with others as well, to shrink down the world. This is what I want to be part of. This is what I know that I am part of, but my goal is to be more part of it. That's why I ask, to reach the 200 subscribers and to have more to keep going forward. Because there is so much to learn, there is so much to share, there is so much to come together instead of staying just in our own bubbles. It's about sharing and showing who I am becoming every day. It's part of this diary as being unfiltered, it's being raw. I'm not here to please everyone just because it's not possible. And because this is not my goal anymore. I spent too many decades and too many centuries on this planet to make that happen. And I completely lost and forgot myself in that process. Being lost in fear of repercussion, of death, of being silenced. And I know that it happened because I saw that and and I relived a little bit of those past lives. I had to put myself outside of society in a bubble in order to move forward better with society in unity. Yeah, it's pretty ironic to be able to do that. Look, I am not the one who pretends to know how it works. I am no way close from knowing how it works. And I think that I am pretty good demonstration of, I don't even know the clue of how it is supposed to work for me, for my life. It's moving forward. I am so grateful, but the universe works a very mysteriously way. And the only thing that I can tell you and to share is that I learned that it's about surrendering. The more surrender, the better that it is. Of getting deeper and deeper and deeper into who you truly are, what you are capable of reconnecting with your profound power and force and embody it. It couldn't happen in a better place than being here in the jungle. It's really learning all of the ways to surrender and to trust. Just I always, by saying that to take a leap of faith, I always have that tarot card of the Fool, which one of the explanation is to take a leap of faith. And I cannot be a better definition or a reflection of moving forward in this life as a full tarot cards, at taking a leap of faith, of not knowing, of knowing that I'm gonna reach a destination and that I am receiving amazing things. But I just have no idea the direction. I just have no idea of what actions I have to take or I'm taking, that's which one and how is it gonna happen. And in that way, in that form of surrendering. So how do you surrender? That's more my question. Maybe next time it's going to be all about surrendering. How do you do that? How do you manage to surrender? Do you think that you surrender enough? Or is it too much? That's a good question.